I think we've probably already mentioned this in the show before, but I gotta do it again. Sarah from Land Before Time, her dad's name is Daddy Tops. That's his name. Look it up. I don't fucking look it up. Daddy Tops is the name of Sarah's dad in Land Before Time.
Oh my god.
Daddy Tops. Daddy Tops.
Daddy always tops.
Which is my Tinder bio. So I'm just like,
Daddy telling lies.
Daddy telling lies.
No microwavers. Ah.
Honeys,
we're home.
Hello, and welcome to Sinclarity, a dinosaur's tale. I am your host. We're gonna need another Timmy along with my co-host.
Hey, I'm Ben Hand Up Me, and I'm here to say we talk about dinosaurs every Saturday.
That almost every Saturday.
Okay, close enough.
Today is Saturday.
Welcome to us. We are Sinclarity, a dinosaur's tale. This is episode 43.
Yes. And this is Sinclarity, a podcast about the show Dinosaurs, where we talk about the show Dinosaurs.
Yeah, and if you want to talk to us about the show Dinosaurs, you can always find us on Twitter at a dinosaur's tale, or you can email us at sinclaritypodcast@gmail.com. Is there any other is Gmail the only one now? Like, can you? Oh wait, Hotmail still exists. Right?
I PayPal'd someone this week with a Hotmail email account. So yes,
I could use a Hotmail.
Doesn't Tim Doyle have AOL?
Yeah. I still have a Yahoo too. A Yahoo.
Yeah.
My friend has a Lycos email, and I always think it's funny as fuck.
A Linux.
I don't think that's how that works.
I don't know. I was making an antiquated internet joke.
Hey, people still use Linux and Unix.
And what episode are we doing today, Ben?
Today we're doing Hungry for Love. It's season 3, episode 7, and it was released November 13th, 1992.
Yes, and speaking of antiquated internet jokes, today we have Gutless member and my very good friend Maxim as our guest today. How you doing, Max?
I'm doing pretty good.
Hell yeah. Welcome to Sinclair.
Well, hold on. Let me do this again. My NPR voice. Yes, I'm doing good. It's nice to join you two today.
It's great to have an NPR person on the show.
This is All Dinosaurs Considered. Today we will be discussing Hungry for Love.
Yeah. So I kind of had an idea when because last week we had V on to talk about the launch of the pre-order for the cassette that was coming out. Yeah. So I kind of wanted to have like everyone in the band on the show like every week. So next week I'm going to try and have Andrew on. So This week we're having Max on the show today.
So we're just going down in quality each week.
No, that's not true.
I love everyone in Gutless.
Yeah, you're still on the podcast.
I'm the best.
Maxim and V are the dueling guitarists of Gutless.
Yes, and actually, it's cool though because the tape came out. What would be yesterday? Today we're recording the day after, and we're already pretty much sold out of the pre-order. So that's pretty cool.
Are you really? I shouldn't have bought it then.
We had 2 left this morning.
I just bought it because I was worried nobody else would. I wanted to be nice.
No, we did it, and
I've already heard it.
That's all the podcast. That was all the podcast.
It was all the podcast.
Yeah.
It's quite possible that my mom bought all the copies.
And now you'll see like Maxim's mom on eBay next week selling them for 150 each.
Signed. They'll be signed.
Easy Christmas present.
Yeah, we're starting that Christmas creep in June if anybody wants to pre-order the Gutless cassette. Knife Punch Records.
But yeah, so if you're hearing this, you you might still be able to get a copy. If not, you'll be waiting for yours.
Either
There
way,
are some.
you can listen for free on Spotify.
Yeah, you can always if you want to
fuck their wallets.
if you want to kick the tires and give it a little run through, you know,
make sure it's not a lemon.
You can listen to it for free.
You can go to a Barnes and Noble and like scan the barcode at one of those listening devices.
Yeah,
get 30 seconds of the middle of a song. I remember I do that shit at Barnes and Noble, and I'm just like, what was I getting out of that? You get like the 30 seconds of Paramore, then you had to leave.
Well, listening stations were a thing for a long time. I think some places still have them.
Well, a lot of record stores had ones where you can actually listen to like more of the song, but Barnes and Noble like really fucked you up with the 30-second limit.
Yeah, I think Park Ave still has them in Orlando.
Nice.
Yeah.
I only shop at Empire Records.
That's good. People always make jokes about that movie, or like there's like that meme, and I'm always like, I don't really get it. I've seen that movie maybe twice.
Oh, I've told people I've seen it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite independent movies.
That and Clerks.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So thank you, Max, for being here today.
And that's a wrap on the episode. We'll see.
Yeah, but yeah.
Thanks for having me.
So this week the episode was written by Lawrence H. Levy, which this is the first episode that he wrote. He is known for he won a Writers Guild Award in 1994 for the Mango episode of Seinfeld,
which I've never seen.
I believe I've seen that episode. I've seen all of Seinfeld. It's been a while. Just like I've seen it Empire Records before. And then he also got an outstanding achievement in animation for Ah Real Monsters, but I don't know what his contribution was.
Is he an animator?
No, I assume it was for writing, but it was probably the show won that award and he was a part of the show, is my guess.
Oh, okay. Because I liked that show when I was a kid.
That was a good show.
I haven't gone back and watched it, but it's pretty good.
It's like really racist. You can't get it. Like everything else back then, but it's a cartoon.
I remember playing the video game, and it was really hard.
My dad bought me the video game for Super Nintendo for my birthday. I didn't have a Super Nintendo. I had a Nintendo 64, and I felt like secondhand embarrassment that he like gave me all these Super Nintendo games as a gift. I still feel bad about it because my response is like, I don't have this. Like he was like, it was like the first year that he didn't live with us or something. So he was just like that divorcee dad, just like trying his best. He's like, a Nintendo? I gotcha.
What do you think that like? Do you think that was on your mom or like?
Both. It has to be both of them because it's happened multiple times. Like my mom got me a guitar and amp for Christmas, and my dad got me an amp, not realizing she already did the combo of the two. And then he went with me to return the amp he got me, and then go buy video games with the money instead. And he was the whole time like, "This amp is better than the one she got you." I'm just like,
Then you got the wrong video games for the wrong system.
I think I was just a shitty kid, honestly. Now I'm thinking about it.
You got PlayStation games, but you had a Sega Dreamcast.
Exactly. He's like, but son, this does what Nintendo don't.
Well,
and then it was this episode was directed by Rachel Bilson's grandpappy Bruce.
Yeah, which is funny because I'm seeing a few people. I think the what is the OC on? What is that streaming on?
I maybe Netflix. I don't know. I started watching it recently, but I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen a few people watching it recently. So
it's either Netflix or Hulu, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I borrow somebody's account for each thing. Like I have access to each thing. I don't pay for any of them.
Yeah. But but
Max
uses Daily Motion. That's what we learned today.
Oh yeah, I did watch that Daily Motion.
Yeah, I love it.
What is that?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, because last night I was like, Max, do you like this is the name of the episode? And then like 10 minutes later or whatever, you're like, Stormy found it. And it was just like
see, we used to upload all the episodes to Google Drive before they were added to Disney Plus, and now we haven't been keeping up with it because most people just like, I guess everyone just in general has a Disney Plus now because we're all fascists. But like, if I would have known you didn't have it, I would have just given you my login info for Disney Plus to make that easier.
That's what I was gonna do, but then Max was just like, "No, Stormy found it." So.
Honestly, you two, I'm more of an HBO Max person myself.
HBO Maxim is what they call them. That HBO Max. When I said I didn't pay for any, I had to remember I do technically pay for HBO Max, but I split it between like 4 people, and we all pay it was like $60 for a year of it. So I think I paid like 15. It's pretty dope. It's
I'm
worth
not
it.
paying for any of that stuff. I'm like a mama moocher, you know.
Exactly. Everybody has like a mom or a sister or somebody they can just get a password from.
I didn't really like Disney Plus. Like they had like the bad Doug.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't have the Nick Doug. They got the brand spanking new Doug.
Who's watching that Doug?
No one.
Bad.
No one watched it originally.
Doug done dirty. Did you dirty?
I appreciate the Star Wars content, even though the original trilogy is the extended, the like special edition, and I hate it. I hate it so much. I
have both versions of the VHS copies of. I have like the regular and then the remastered.
Yeah, I have the DVD collection, which is like you can watch the theatrical release or you can watch the special edition, but it's not.
Who chooses the special edition though? It seems really bizarre to me.
Children. I don't
Children.
know. Cody Rhodes.
All those kids watching Star Wars.
I don't know. But I will say, since we're talking about it, did I already say this on one of the episodes? That I was going to say the final trilogy, the last 2 movies.
You did. You said last episode that you actually do like the sequels.
Okay.
I've heard other people say they like The Last Jedi, but they didn't like the other one.
That one was worse, I think. But I also didn't like The Last Jedi.
I don't remember what the Rise of Skywalker, isn't that it? Something like that.
Yeah, it's very ham-fisted.
I haven't seen either of them. I've just seen Rogue One and Solo, and I liked both of those. I think Solo didn't feel like a real movie to me. Like I could never tell when it was supposed to be a climax or like what was like. It all was so like shit just kept happening.
Yeah, it was a little messy.
It was a mini series in a movie.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, but anyway,
I like Danny Glover's son Donald in that. I don't think they're related.
No, they're not. Yeah. So what's the summary for this episode, Ben?
Before we do the summary, let's ask Max, what's your history with dinosaurs? The show.
Have you ever watched it?
Yeah, I mean, like,
have you ever watched it on weed?
To any future employers out there listening to this, no.
This is going to be included in your resume in all future interviews.
They're just going to Google my name and this is the first thing that pops up. That's what I've been thinking about this whole time. So clarify once again. To answer your question, no.
I never inhaled.
I watched as a kid, right? It's fucking disturbing. It's scary. Like, turn it off. I don't like it.
Are you like our age or younger, Max? Like,
yeah, I think we're the same age. Maybe
that seems about right.
Tim's 2 years older than me, I think.
Oh, then you and I are probably exactly the same age. I feel like Tim's 2 years older than me. I could be wrong.
I'm 34.
I'm turning 31 this year.
Max
I'm 32.
Okay, cool. I got 1 month left, and then I'm a 31er.
I mean, did you guys like this show when you were kids?
Yeah.
Vaguely, like I remember I quoted like the baby a lot as a little kid because I had seen it. I'm the youngest of 4, and I have siblings that are up to like 11 years older than me. So like I watched what they watched essentially. And I remember we had VHSs of recorded episodes of this laying around the house, and that I remember watching as a kid. But between then and now, I had not watched it. Like the first time I watched it since then was when Tim and I decided to do this podcast.
Yeah. But I vividly remember as a child, but I got more into it as an adult when I watched it again. So
what? So you guys didn't even like it when you were kids a lot? Like,
I mean, Timmy did.
I liked it. Like it was like part of pop culture. Like,
but like back then it seemed like the golden age of television,
Yeah.
Especially for like children content. This kind of walks the line.
Yeah, I mean, if you like, Boy Meets World is like, it was like,
The
right
same
up
creator.
there. Yeah,
Michael Jacobs. Well, Boy Meets World was my favorite growing up throughout, like from like age 7 till now. Still, I still enjoy Boy Meets World way too much.
I
the
like
point-
Doug.
I mean, Doug is great. Tim's never
Yeah.
seen it, but I think Doug is like a great show.
Wait, did you say you
Tim.
never seen Doug?
Tim's never seen it.
What, Doug?
Yeah. We had a fight about this on the episode once because I made a joke saying Tim probably hasn't seen it and he got mad at me about it. He has seen Doug.
Yes, I've seen the original. Yeah, Nickelodeon Doug.
When Aaron was on the show, and she was eating popcorn while we fought about it.
Yeah, I fucking watched that.
Yeah, Doug was the greatest.
I watched the shit out of it.
Very expensive, but it was great.
Yeah, I watched it so much. Like, I always wondered what the fuck was a nematode. Because when I was a kid, I was like, what the hell's a nematode?
And then they started off the Disney brand speaking new Doug movie. Doug's first movie is all about a real nematode. They really jumped the shark on that one.
Which I don't even remember. Like, I don't even remember because
I remember.
It's not worth remembering.
It referenced Airheads in the middle of the movie. That's what I remember. Is BB or whoever the fuck like Skeeter asked him what he's thinking about, and he says swimming pools, like Adam Sandler's character in Airheads.
Oh my god! I hate that you remember that.
That's all I remember about the fucking movie is that it referenced Airheads, which I didn't realize until years later when I saw Airheads. I'm like, oh, that's from the Doug movie. I got it backwards. Yeah,
but yeah. So Max, you're basically saying that this show freaked you out as a kid.
Yeah, it's not a cartoon. Okay, you know what I noticed today, like watching the show? Just watch it 10 minutes before this recording started, by the way.
Fresh on your mind.
Like, the dinosaurs aren't talking. There's a fucking voiceover.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching it, like the dinosaurs like moving around in the scene, but I don't hear him moving around in my headphones. Like the way the audio, like the reverb's not changing, the depth. Well, it's fucking voiceovers. Those puppets ain't talking.
Here's the thing: is like back like in the yesteryears, the olden age, they had to record video and sound separately. Like now we can do it all at once, but this is back during the era of silent movies, so they had to do like a whole different studio for the voices. Those dinosaurs were trying to talk, but like it was the same thing. Like when people first started talking to movies, they sounded all ridiculous and they didn't want them to talk anymore.
Well, it's like so the people that were in the actual suits were like doing the lines, which is very goofy.
Wait. Those aren't dinosaurs?
No.
Those are people in those suits?
Yeah.
This is like when I found out that wasn't really Mickey Mouse at Disney World.
Who do you think it was?
I don't know. Chris Hansen took him away. Who he was supposed to be. He asked them if he wanted some lemonade, then he left.
Well,
but yeah, no. The dinosaurs aren't talking. It's weird. They got like some Hollywood fuckers to voice them.
Yeah.
Including in this episode, I think we get the character Wendy is voiced by Wendy Jo Sperber, who is Marty McFly's sister in Back to the Future 1 and 3.
Really?
Yeah, I guess she wasn't in the second one, but she was. He just like didn't have a sister for a whole movie.
Oh, like Boy Meets World.
Like Boy Meets World, yeah. But to be fair, I've only watched the first Back to the Future. I never saw the sequels.
I mean, honestly, you don't. If you've seen the first one, you don't need to see the second one.
I saw like a couple episodes of the animated series, Rick and Morty, but like, it's the same thing, isn't it?
No,
it's a little kid whose best friend is an old crazy scientist. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing.
Well, it's his grandpa. It's not his.
Yeah, Marty McFly's grandpa, Doc Brown. I don't know where we're getting mixed up on this. Seems the same thing.
God damn it.
You remember the part where he's like, Marty, we got to go back. Pickle Rick is lost in the whatever. You don't remember
that? Speaking of which, I believe the new season of Rick and Morty starts this weekend.
Oh, I thought that shit was canceled.
Thanks to our sponsors, Adult Swim.
I thought people were done with Dan Harmon.
Nope. The new season's starting, and they made a Pickle Rick generator, so you can make yourself as a Pickle Rick if you want.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I wonder which fast food place is going to get harassed this season.
Probably Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Yeah.
Wendy's nuts at that chin anyway. So the summary for this episode is love is in the air when Robbie meets Wendy, a cute young girl who just happens to be BP Richfield's daughter. Romance turns to danger, however, when it is rumored that Wendy is an ass eater, who has made meals of her last 4 boyfriends. Robbie tends to avoid Wendy at all costs, tries to avoid Wendy at all costs, but finally discovers that Richfield is the one who has been devouring Wendy's boyfriends. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
That summary spoiled the fuck out of this episode. Usually they're left more open-ended.
Yeah. So we already talked about how Wendy is voiced by Marty McFly's sister.
Yeah.
But I like this other one that in the German dubbing, Mr. Richfield eating Wendy's boyfriend was replaced.
Him talking about it was replaced with him saying that his wife put him on a diet so he gets his food ordered to his workplace. So they never admit it, but instead Spike says something about Wendy's ex-boyfriends got lost in the woods while hunting.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. They got Dick Cheney'd.
So like
out there hunting quail, man.
Germany's got hangups about eating people.
Germany's probably just walking on thin ice all the time. They're just like, we really got to be careful now.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. That was the joke I was gonna make, but you went ahead and did it anyway.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
but yeah, are you two ready to get into this episode?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Okay, cool.
So we get another cold open. I'm not even gonna mention it anymore because who cares?
It's all cold opens now.
Yeah, it's all cold opens. And we get the cold open. It's not at the Sinclair house. It is at a pet store
Called Cute Without the E, cut from the team. No, it's called the Too Cute to Eat Pet Shop.
Yeah, and it's got Fluffy, who's in the window, begging people to buy him.
Yeah, he was marked down from like 60 to like $30, so like it's a good deal.
Yeah, and we get Robbie and Spike. They're in there together, and he's just like does not understand why he's at a pet store.
Yeah, but Robbie's a real pickup artist now. He's learned a lot from Spike, but he's exceeded him.
Yeah, and he doesn't like change his mind until like Wendy comes around. It was just like oogling at all the cute animals.
Have either of you ever asked a girl or boy out in public that you didn't know?
Have you really? Store?
I need a story if so, because I would be so afraid to do that. Are you?
Yeah, I have.
Are you a pickup artist, Maxim?
I mean, when I was a kid, I was, I guess a little more confident. But there was a girl at Wendy's, and I said, "Hey, you're cute. Give me your number," and she did, and I hung out there that night, and I actually met Ryan Bonner there at this party, and we've been playing music for like 13 years together since then. It was like really strange. Like I know, like that little minuscule event, like
so you should always
long-term random ramifications.
Yeah. That's amazing though. Like I remember being at work once and like a girl asked for my number, and I immediately my fight or flight told me it was a prank, and I walked away. I was like, there's no way this is real. I gotta leave. So
that's how I always felt about stuff like that.
Like you were being pranked if somebody liked you.
Yeah. I remember one time being at a ska show at a Catholic school, and
red flag.
And and some girl was just like, "Hey, you want to go make out?" I was like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Oh my god, that was probably such a big moment for her, and you fucking just rejected her.
I didn't know who she was. I was like, "What? No."
Dude, when doors open, you best walk through them, bro.
It was just weird. Like, first of all, she looked like she was like 12 or 13.
Oh no.
I was old. Like, I was like,
this is last week.
high school. Yeah. God damn it.
Last week at a Catholic Scout show.
And like, it was just weird. And like, she was there with like her friends and they were giggling. So that was my first like tip off.
Oh yeah, she was dared. But like, I mean, still. Well, I guess the fact that she looked 12 really solidifies that you made the right choice. At least
it was a Catholic high school. Like,
it was Catholic high school. You would have had to do like 8 Our Fathers afterwards. Do your rosary 8 times.
At least.
But yeah, so Robbie's here to skis on some chicks. That's the whole thing. That's the reason he's at the pet store. But and then when Spike realizes this, he's like, "Holy shit! This is like the cutting edge of like pickup technology."
You can't believe it.
Yeah, he's like ready to go in for the kill.
They're taking advantage of the woman's emotions using pets.
Yeah,
yes, exactly.
They're pet gaslighting.
It's like what Ben does when Ben takes the children to a park. You try to pick up people. Ben.
The reason I'm babysitting the kids at the park is to pick up chicks. Yeah, that's it. That is like the gross dichotomy of like if a woman is at like a grocery store with like both like 2 or 3 kids or whatever, people are just like, you know, they have no interest in her. They're like, oh, she's just like has this brood of unwieldy children. If you're like a guy out at the store with his kids, everybody's like, oh, he's so cute, he's involved.
He's so brave.
He's so brave. Dads have it so fucking easy, it's ridiculous.
It's like he probably does her hair.
Oh, look, he's trying his best. And then they're like, look at this welfare queen. Like, it's literally the difference is ridiculous. Like, I've gone grocery shopping with kids enough to know that like I do get looked at more than I would if I was single, like just there alone. It's weird.
Yeah. But so Spike is excited, and we get Wendy, who's basically just Mindy but like pink.
Yeah, they just keep using the same costume for every single girl that isn't Charlene.
Also, in the like the beginning of this episode, I don't know if it was the lighting, but it looked like Spike was like a lighter blue. Am I just making that up?
That was just your emotions.
Okay.
You're projecting.
I'm blue dava dee dava da.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spike tries this line, which is, if you're looking for love and companionship, why not take me home instead? I'm low maintenance, affectionate, and I do tricks.
Don't even want to think about the kind of tricks he does. Nothing Batman would do.
I want to think about it. But she asks him if he can play dead. And Pterodactyl, which has been like in multiple episodes as different characters, is now a pet for some reason. Like, suggests that maybe that would have hurt, but Spike doesn't give a shit. He's already like on to the next chick.
Yeah, he's but the stupid pterodactyl won't shut up.
Yeah, it's doing the whole, it's squawking because it wants to be fed. But Robbie swoops in to do like the fucking fake nice boy shit.
Of course.
You're like, oh, sorry about my friend there that I still hang out with and endorse. Like, it's not realistic. Like,
you know, they had that 1-2 setup planned out. You know, that wasn't off the top. That was no improvisation.
Yeah. At least
rehearsed.
on Robbie's part. I don't know if Spike knew he was part of it, but Robbie knew what he was doing.
Yeah, this is like Marty McFly getting his dad to punch Biff in the face to set him up. Like, this is like you send in the jerk first and then you go in. That's his whole thing.
He's a genius.
It's cutting edge technology here. But yeah, she notices it's a pickup line, but she thinks Robbie's cute, so she like gives him some slack for it, cuts him some slack.
Yeah, and then we get a fade, which I knew that for some reason I just knew that they were going to do, but they have like the pterodactyl keep saying feed me, and then it just cuts into Baby saying it. I was like, of course they would have done that. Yeah,
like the nice sitcom move of like him saying they're going to go somewhere with less squawking, and then it's just the same things happening at home.
Yeah,
which the balls of this kid to take her straight home. He just met her.
Took her straight to his house to babysit his baby brother
while his mom is home.
But yeah, so we get 2 scenes in a cold open. Like, What the fuck?
This has been like the par for the course of this season. Like these cold opens have been like 8 minutes. I swear to God. This one's like almost 4 minutes long.
So we come back to the house and you got baby squawking, and Robbie and Wendy are sitting in the kitchen, and she thinks
Kissing.
She thinks it's cute that he's taking care of his baby brother, which is like, again, he pulled another move. Like he went with the cute animal move, and now he's got the baby brother move.
Mm-hmm. Even though he keeps shouting at him to shut up.
he sticks a bottle in his mouth.
What else are you gonna do?
Yeah,
he doesn't want baby stealing his chick.
But he also pulls the other move, like the other nice guy. He's just like, well, I'm a caring guy. I love watching my brother.
Robbie loves to watch.
So this is like what he learned from Spike in like how to pick up girls, and now he's just like using it to his advantage.
Yeah, he's a pickup artist. He was red pilled.
Yeah, it's stupid. But then baby starts making fun of Robbie. He's just like, oh, is that your girlfriend? Like,
you gonna get married?
Robbie's like, no, never.
That'd be gay. Get married. What is spend your life with a woman?
That's one of Earl's hangups. Which
it's funny because when Earl does walk in and he immediately starts trying to gripe to Fran about like his fucking day at work, he realizes Wendy isn't Fran.
He wouldn't know the difference. Yeah,
but when she introduces herself as Wendy Richfield, he like somehow can't put pieces together at all. No matter how many hints he gets, like she says her dad works at We Say So, and he's like, oh, then he probably knows the fucking soul sucking guy I work for. This piece of shit does real fucking work. Piece of work.
And it does, because we find out that Wendy is actually Richfield's daughter.
Yeah, but instead of her just saying, well, his name is BP Richfield, he is the manager, blah, blah, she like has to pull out a picture which is possessed by Harry Potter magic.
Yells at him. Yeah.
It's fucking bizarre.
But yeah, so we get that, and it's so like immediately. Well, actually, it just goes right into the theme song, doesn't it?
Yeah. This theme song. Cold Open's finally over. 4 minutes in.
Finally. And so we get the theme song, and we get Earl back in he goes to work, right?
Yeah, Richfield's yelling at him to come into his office. The real Richfield, not the Harry Potter photo. not the chocolate frog card of Richfield.
Yeah. And so then Earl has to basically be like, so our kids are dating, like very awkwardly.
Yeah, he's sweet on her.
Yeah. And we find that Richfield has like the latest in fucking like tracking systems. Like,
yeah, overbearing parent technology.
He's got
So I took notes about this episode, right? And I thought, I'd be with you guys. You guys remember so much, or you have so much written down.
Oh, you gotta see my notes, Max. I'm insane.
I'm on my second line of notes right here. Now you're talking about the radar.
Yeah.
And that's where my notes come in. So I'm just going to interject here.
Hell yeah.
And I wrote that the episode features a green radar, radars are neat.
This is why we pulled Maxim for this episode.
I know good words.
Hey, radar's pretty neat.
I dropped out in 9th grade, right? And I've been like working from home for the past year, so I don't really talk a lot. So sure, this will be fine content here.
I gotta say, I dropped out in 11th grade, so I got you beat by 2 years. Or wait, no, you got me beat. You got through high school faster than I did. I had to wait until the school wanted me to drop out. They're like, please quit coming to school for good. And I was like, all right.
They asked me to stop coming in too. They're like, you're gonna be 21 if like all of a sudden you start passing. Like you failed 2 years in a row. If you pass going forward, you could be 21.
They were just like, nobody at my school. It was getting to the point where they didn't know who I was because I was never there. And so they're just like, please quit pretending to go here. Just like get your GED and leave us alone. And I was like, all right, I'll do that. I did that. I was court ordered to get a GED. I didn't really have the choice.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I had truancy reports. So that's the kind of professionalism you can expect from this podcast, where Tim has a degree, I have court records.
I also had the same.
Tim was a
problem.
poser.
I had the same problem as you, Ben. No one knew who I was either, but except I just kept going to school.
That's because your lack of personality. You were just there, like playing Pokemon on your Game Boy.
No, I was like fucking talking about like movies and shit and video games. That's what I would do.
No, it was Pokemon. It was
not until I got into punk music when I was cool.
That's when you became cool.
Yeah, and I was straight edge, the only cool straight edge kid in school.
That's good. We had one straight edge kid in school, and he was a dick.
Yeah, I knew all the dickhead straight edge kids. I didn't like them, but I had me and my friend Rachel, who was really into AFI. Yeah. Anyway.
All right, enough with all that. Let's get back to the interesting part. We were talking
The
about
radar is
radars.
neat.
Radar.
So much to go into about radars. Like this.
So
I just wish they were still around. Like, you don't really see radars. You know, we have these computers in our pockets. I thought about the radars for so much. Like I paused the episode and like really contemplated about like radars and what I wanted to talk about with radars.
Do you think it's interesting that like he also sees Robbie on the radar? Like, does he have a chip implanted in Robbie too? Because it had two blips. It had both their blips, but no other blips. They didn't have any of the teachers or other students blipped out. Thought that was interesting.
It's the power of radar, you know?
It's the
like,
power of radar.
You don't really see radars anymore, especially those green radars. Like, I don't know what the name of it would be.
Like the kind they have on submarines and shit in movies.
And then I was thinking about like, could you possibly have a radar podcast? Like when
you just talk about radar.
Yeah, I mean, like I Googled dinosaur podcast yesterday, and of course you guys show up on the front page, but there's like all these other dinosaur podcasts. Who the fuck's listening to those? Like,
for sure.
Who wants to like hear about like
nerds?
People talk about dinosaurs. Those boring kind. Like, I don't know.
Okay, so let's do a podcast. It's gonna be called Everybody Loves Radar.
The history of radar.
Yeah.
People, but that's the thing. Someone would be into that.
Oh,
yeah,
I would be into that. What do you mean? Like, that sounds interesting. Like, I'd watch like at least like a Hank Green video about radar. I'd do that shit in a second.
So I assume air traffic control, they don't even probably use that kind of radar anymore either, right?
Yeah, the old ACC, probably not. They probably just use Snapchat.
They have to click on it and it comes up.
Houston, we have a problem. What is it? Oh, I don't know. It disappeared. Can't see it anymore.
Oh, that was a nipple.
Yeah, Houston, we have a nipple. Houston, we have a problem. What is it? I screenshotted. Now she knows. Oh, fuck.
Mile High Club.
Mile High Club.
You know, we have phones, right? Why can't I have a fucking radar app?
There's gotta be a radar app.
It's called Among Us.
I have a car and it has motherboards and technical shit. No fucking radar. I want radar.
You just want to see everything in like night vision, like green and black is kind of the what you're going for with little blips.
It's just sad that we are living in the future and just radars, aren't really a thing anymore.
And it's wild because like when we were kids, radar was the future. Like in this episode, it seemed like it was the future, but like we skipped it so fast. It's like how they do shit in like Jetsons where they like send mail through tubes but they fly in cars. And you're like, you can use email, but they're like, well, we fly cars. They're like, all right, you guys beat there. But like the fucking tube thing is weird.
Well, you could probably track your kids today. I'm sure there's apps for that, but you're going to see them on like Google Maps. And
Especially,
how boring is that?
Yeah,
how
it is
fucking boring is that?
I need a blip.
Yeah, I want a blip on a fucking radar. Like you're finding the Dragon Balls or something.
So,
where's your sense of adventure?
I think what we gotta do is we gotta petition Bill Gates because he has all of this microchip now with the vaccine. And if we can get him to like make that a radar technology.
Well, Max is already there. Like, look at the background. I think
true.
Max is already there. Bill Gates.
That's Lord of the Rings. That's
God bless him, man. God bless Bill. God bless Bill Gates. For real. Much appreciation.
There, but for the grace of God go I.
I was gonna say though, it's funny you were talking about like Google Maps and stuff and keeping track of your kids, because they have that part in this episode when they're just blips, but then he's like, "Uh-oh."
They'll cover their eyes.
Yeah, she's going into the bathroom.
Yeah, cover your eyes, Sinclair.
and then Earl's just like, "Well, how do we know when she's finished?"
I do like in the scene too, though, like before we get out of it, is like when Earl, before he admits they're dating, he does mention they're practically strangers. He's like, I'm not even sure if he's my son. Which he's done multiple times. He said like Charlene he knows for sure is his, but he's like, Robbie, I don't know. Like I was out of town when he was born.
Yeah.
What a great dad.
But then there's a whole, we'll get to it, but there's a whole part about Earl, but we'll get into it.
Well, there's also the whole like when he sees just the blip in the apple of his eye, Earl mentions that he can see the family resemblance between the blip and BP Richfield. Which to me, what's interesting about this is Earl is of the same family as Tyrannosaurus, so can he see stuff that isn't moving? We don't know. So maybe he can't even see the blip.
Maybe
until it goes to the bathroom.
But Richfield can clearly.
Yeah, he's a Triceratops.
Yeah, and his daughter's like a Protoceratops or whatever the fuck she is supposed to be.
I think we've probably already mentioned this in the show before, but I gotta do it again. Sarah from Land Before Time, her dad's name is Daddy Tops. That's his name. Look it up. I don't fucking look it up. Daddy Tops is the name of Sarah's dad in Land Before Time.
My god.
Daddy
Tops. Daddy Tops.
Daddy always tops.
Which is my Tinder bio. So I'm just like,
Daddy telling lies.
Daddy telling lies.
No microwavers.
But yeah, BP mentions about his radar, which is neat. He says, some may say I'm an overzealous control freak with the paranoid delusions, but I like to think of myself as a loving papa. He's a loving
Papa telling lies.
Yeah, and Earl adds an affectionate employer if he may be so obsequious.
and then when he finally tells Richfield about them like going dated or whatever, he's like, Earl's just like, he like accepts his fate. He's just like, okay, so how do you want to eat me?
Do you want to debone me or just eat me straight up?
He just wants to bone him.
I mean, Earl wants to bone Richfield. That's clear.
Yeah.
But yeah, so after the scene is over, we go back home, and Earl passes Baby, who's playing with some pretty cool looking toys, in my opinion. I like those pink and blue toys. He's
got the girl dinosaur because she has a purse, and then the blue dinosaur.
That's how you know the difference.
Yeah.
And that is Maxim. You probably haven't seen the episode, but they do delineate the difference between male and female dinosaurs is the females have purses. That's the only difference. Genitalia the same.
Science. It's science. Just like radar, it's actual science.
I saw it in a Ben Shapiro video. It is science. He's like, well, the females, they have the purse. So Ben Shapiro sounds like the fucking scientist from Simpsons. Well, you see, we would need a rebigulator for that.
So yeah, Earl comes in and Baby's playing with the things, and he's just like, Fran, the best thing ever that could possibly happen happened today at work.
Is it world peace?
He's like, better.
Richfield wants our son to fuck his daughter, date his daughter. Sorry.
Yeah.
Quarantine's been hard on me. I'm down bad. So Earl likes this idea because it means that one day him and Richfield will be family via marriage, which means it'd be kinkier if they hooked up. But also, Richfield would be less likely to kill him.
Yeah, which is
probably
great.
The main point.
Yeah, and Earl wants to start planning the rumor, and then But in the meantime, Charlene's in the room too, and she's kind of like eavesdropping, sort of, and she's just like, well, I heard a nasty rumor about her, and Earl doesn't want to hear anything about it.
Earl does brush past this because he like doesn't want anything to fuck up his wedding plans. He's already like ready to start booking a date, November 19, 2022. Is what I heard him say. Congratulations, Tim. I can't wait to officiate your wedding.
we have multiple,
and Max is gonna shoot it.
Yeah. So
this is gonna be great.
It's a whole and then it's a whole thing.
Do I get a +1, or is it fine if I just hang out with Maxim the whole time?
You can do whatever you want, buddy.
Tell us can you reiterate on the alcohol? Like, you're gonna get thrown out if you alcohol?
Yeah, because it's straight edge. It's a straight edge wedding.
No, it's a
God.
rule.
I'm gonna write a song called "It's a Straight Edge Wedding" about this wedding.
It is a house rule for the place that if you bring your own alcohol, you could get thrown out, and we would get fined money.
That's confusing. Wait, you're having a wedding at a place where people can't drink?
No, they can, but you have to have like a licensed vendor to serve the beer.
How do we I'll help you figure that out, because
you're not doing that, right?
People are going to be mad if there's no way to drink.
Well, because we don't. The logic is that me and Issa don't, so we don't want to pay for it.
I didn't know Issa didn't drink.
The only thing that she ever the only caveat she has is that she wants to like have at least champagne, but that's it.
I'll get fucked up off champagne.
You could take alcohol pills or a wine suppository as an alternative.
We're gonna give some wine.
We're gonna have a butt chugging station.
He's an ass eater.
Yeah, they could be like dinosaurs. You remember the dinosaurs that like
that expand?
They grow in water.
Are you like shrinky dinks?
No, there's somehow wine involved.
They grow.
In your ass.
Yeah.
You gotta pair them with some Pinot Noir, like later in the episode.
But yeah,
I do plan to officiate. I'm gonna start looking into it today, so Tim has to take me seriously.
We don't know that's like house rules. It's not our rules. So
so they might be punk about it.
I don't know.
Hey, if we'll do it just like a when you play a show in an all ages video and the band keeps going back to the van every time.
Well, that's the thing. If they catch you doing that, like you'll get
in your own van.
I don't
know.
Is it really your own van?
You're
probably leasing it?
You're right. Who's they? Like, are they like? Is there staff on spot? Like, on
it's just one person, Ben. I don't know.
I'll slip him a $20, $20 bill. 20
I don't know.
What about cocaine? What's the cocaine policy?
Well, there's a bathroom and it's pretty clean.
Okay, there we go. Do it right off the floor. As long as
your fucking cocaine party is freaking me out.
There's a line for lines. I'm out of here.
But yeah. So anyway, back to the show.
Yeah, Earl ignoring the rumors, but Fran does want to hear about these rumors.
Yeah, and she's worried because she's like, "Oh my god, is she
a jetty
fast?"
Girl. Yeah, she's a jetty girl. Jetty, it's fucking out there. Promiscuous by Fergie.
Yes,
that's not by Fergie. That's not by Fergie. That's
not. It's Nelly Furtado.
Nelly Furtado. Whatever. Fergie. I was thinking about Fergie because she's like, if you've heard something about I'm promiscuous, all that shit is fictitious. That's Fergalicious.
Yeah, and
got the boys on lock.
But luckily, we know that Charlene does not slut shame, so she's like, no, it's worse than being fast.
Worse still implies some shame.
but they're not implying promiscuity. It's that she would eat her boyfriend.
Yeah.
But fast was implying promiscuity, but
it's an analogous situation.
She's not a man eater, she's a male eater. She's literal male dinosaurs.
Yeah,
I like that these dinosaurs have like Judeo-Christian values.
They do. They get married and stuff. Yeah,
their morals are definitely tied into like you're right. They're really into the Christian mythology, even though it doesn't really come up directly.
Yeah, they get married. It's between a male and a female. They have angry mobs about
promiscuous. A promiscuous dinosaur is a bad dinosaur.
Yeah, that's like the implication. It's very like, I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird.
Okay, and also I was thinking about this. Like, say if you were a dinosaur, right? And
All right.
you be fucking and stuff.
Brag.
You might have to eat your partner to like make the eggs and shit like that. Like, you know, like
Is that a
dinosaur
thing?
eggs. Well, like spiders do it, right? Like they fuck and then
Are spiders dinosaurs?
they were around back then.
Oh, fair enough.
It's true.
Listen, this is a dinosaur podcast on the front page of Google. All right,
Yeah, if you go to like
We're really going to
scientificdiscovery.com.
some theory crafting right now.
Okay, so let me think. Okay, so you might have to eat your partner. I mean,
To
you
make-
should,
To
If
make
you-
them big
unless
ass
you're-
eggs in your
unless
tummy.
unless you're Batman, you really would eat your partner. So we learned this week on the internet, Batman does not eat his partner.
We're gonna keep going on this Batman stuff.
His Batman doesn't go down without a fight, right? Without a fight.
Heroes don't do that, Ben.
Yeah, DJ Khaled taught me that. But which is Dinosaur Junior Khaled. Okay, so let's say so they might have to eat their partners. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, it seems like it's fair game. They really talk about in the show, death doesn't seem to matter a lot to them.
Yeah.
So it's probably just as important as sex that they eat.
Mortality in this show is just a throwaway gag. Like, it's just like, if you
Yeah.
die, you die.
If you die in the show, you die in real life. Is what
Yeah, the son presents it to his dad like his concern with being ate, and his dad just kind of shrugs it off in the episode.
Yeah, he says like Fran doesn't put the fucking cap on the toothpaste. You're not gonna have a perfect relationship, my boy.
Shit happens.
But yeah, so Robbie and Wendy are on a supposed shortcut out in the middle of the woods, miles away from home, where she's trying to fuck Robbie. She's either
Trying to fuck him in the woods.
She's either trying to bone down or debone him. We don't know which. But Spike interrupts, which for some reason Spike followed them miles into the woods. And
Well, doesn't he live there? Isn't that
I guess you're right. Spike doesn't have parents. He might live there.
He either goes to the scavengers hideout, or he
which is a
lives in the
bar.
woods. Yeah.
Yeah, but Robbie's mad because he only got a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, Spike's a very C3PO in this episode.
Yeah. What? Why is he a C3PO? Why is there a cat meowing?
That's my cat C3PO. Hang on, let me let him out. He wants out of the room.
He's gonna let the cat out of the bag.
He's gonna cry. Okay, thank you. Anyway, so like in Empire Strikes Back, when Princess Leia and Han Solo, they keep trying to kiss, and C3PO comes in every scene with some stupids to say.
The gay best friend,
Yeah,
the gay British best friend.
You could have just said gay. You didn't have to say British.
Just a quick reminder to everyone in our audience, I am queer, so Tim's allowed to make that joke. I don't know why Tim's allowed.
It was something from
don't cancel Tim.
It was something from I love the 80s, so you could probably cancel
80s.
me for thinking it's funny.
That's true. That show does say the R word a lot. I've learned.
In the I love the 80s, they were talking about Wham, and someone made the joke. It was just like we didn't have an understanding of like whether or not oh my god, I can't think of his name.
This is a great pool.
Who's from Wham?
Who's from Wham?
Who's from Wham? I forgot his name.
The Toasters. The Toasters did the theme song.
No.
Oh, that's Kablam.
No. What the hell is the guy's name?
Oh, it's Vince Offer. Oh, that's ShamWow.
God damn it. I'm totally ruining.
Oh,
this
you're talking
whole-
about His Eternal Majesty. No, that's Bam.
No. God damn it. Forget it. I'm not.
Oh,
even
you're talking about Sinbad. No,
No.
Shaquille O'Neal.
talking about.
That's
faith.
Kazam.
Gotta have faith.
Gotta have faith.
Get to the joke, Tim.
I don't know shit about Wham. I don't know why you're asking me.
Never mind.
No,
Never mind.
You're talking about George Michael. I'm just fucking with
George
you.
Michael. Yes. So in I Love the 80s, there was like we never thought that George Michael was gay. We just understood him to be British, and I thought that was a funny joke.
That's fair because the British used to make fun of us for being gay. That's what Yankee Doodle comes from.
Dandies,
So,
yeah.
that because the Yankee Doodle wait, called it macaroni. The Macaroni Club was a gay club in England, so that was the whole joke.
Yeah.
Which they never invited me. Fucking
yeah. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride Month. When you just now brought up Pride Month, I wanted to be like Happy Juneteenth. I was like, I don't want to follow a joke with that because that's real. Like Happy Juneteenth. We are recording on Juneteenth, and it should be a government holiday in my opinion.
I think it is.
They're making it one, right? I don't know if it's official yet. I don't know how that works.
I think that was signed. I got some email about it.
I almost had to miss work yesterday because the summer camp that my ex's kids go to was canceled, I think, for Juneteenth. So I ended up we found a babysitter though. But that's pretty cool.
I think that was signed this week.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. I quit watching the news because like Democrats are in charge now. Everything's fine. Like there's still kids in camps. There's still
just turn it off, dude.
Guantanamo Bay is still open, but like it's fine.
but yeah. So anyway, Spike interrupts them, and he tries to warn Robbie that that she's gonna eat his face, which is not what he wants.
Yeah, that's not what he thought when she said she was gonna eat his face. He thought he was getting some action. But Robbie, she says she chews him up, and then Robbie's like and spits him out. He's like, nah, she straight digest that shit, homie. She's an eater.
She's an eater. Let that sink in. And so
no sinks allowed in my house. I ain't letting that sink in.
So Spike basically tells him the rumor that her last 4 boyfriends have just like mysteriously disappeared.
Yeah, including Josh Meltzer.
Yeah.
So not only are we dealing about the morality of promiscuity, now we're starting to tackle the dangers of rumors. Is that right, Tim?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
You got it.
Yeah, you should never listen to Fleetwood Mac. You could die. Danger of rumors. It's a great album.
Yeah. See, Max, what you're experiencing in this episode is when they start mixing metaphors and it doesn't make any sense.
I think this layering isn't that bad though.
Yeah.
Because I think they tie this one together. Sometimes when they do metaphors, they like really fuck it up. But this episode is kind of cohesively written.
Well, no, I think it's good. It really shows that like dinosaurs, kind of experience similar situations to what we humans do.
Exactly, which is like we'll really bridge together some like gaps in our relationships with dinosaurs, as we can see them just like us. Like they're just like us.
Don't mix fucking and eating.
Don't
two separate things.
Don't fuck where you eat. That's what I always say.
Don't fuck what you eat.
Don't fuck the hand that don't fuck the hand that feeds you.
Leave the Thanksgiving turkey alone.
Don't eat what you fuck.
Here's a question that I don't want an answer to. Has anybody ever tried to fuck a bagel? Let's move on. Because there was a thread on the internet last year about guys fucking bagels, and I'm not going to say I tried it. It doesn't work.
Did not watch this episode of Dinosaurs.
It did not. It didn't work, and it made the cream cheese taste weird. So in the living room,
you ate it, Ben. You ate it. You ate the bagel.
Spike continues lecturing Robbie about his girlfriend back at the Sinclair house and tells him that to make sure.
Wait. We forgot about the mystery of Dave Meltzer's son, Josh Meltzer, who just disappeared.
Yeah, we already said that. What do you mean we forgot about it? And then like the other kids that went to like a new school or joined the army, there was no records of that. So
yeah,
we can assume these guys are all dead. We just don't know for sure if the rumor mill is true.
So do you think he joined the army like during the war that we just had?
Well, no, he had a job at Chick-fil-A. And then he's Ben Folds. This is about Ben Folds. Ben
God damn it! I knew exactly where you're going.
Thank you. His stats said, "Son, you're fucking high."
Fucking high.
Good song though. But no, yeah. I guess there was only been one war, so the army is pretty recent, so that would add up. They're just like, shit, this is a good excuse.
He died he got spit in his eye.
He got a stick thrown at him.
Yeah. But yeah, so
no, we get back to the house and Spike's still trying to convince Robbie that his girlfriend's an eater. And then like he refers to Charlene as the eldest Sinclair child on his way out of the house.
Yeah, and Robbie doesn't listen to Spike, but as soon as Charlene starts to like tell him about it, he's just like suddenly convinced.
Yeah, well, he knows Spike is stupid. Like that's the thing. Spike is not an intelligent boy.
And I guess he just assumes that his sister's just on top of all the like rumors and
he does know that she is involved in rumors, because this is a thing that comes up a lot where like she's always like, Mindy said that, Wendy said that, Cindy said, like that's the thing that her character is known for.
Yeah. But he's also surprised though that they've been dating this long without getting eaten, and Charlene brings up that maybe Wendy's on a diet.
Yeah, she's on a diet.
Again, a dinosaur on a diet.
It's a very weird concept.
Yeah.
But they also talk about her having like an eating disorder.
I know.
Like that.
I really hate that usage. I hate that.
It kind of muddies the water if we're like, is she like promiscuous, or is she like eating disorder?
I have to assume that probably in 1992 that phrase didn't carry the weight that it carries. Like I feel like it was specifically, they're just like, it's probably a new phrase, because even like nutritional science is so new to the world that like now when you hear them just make a joke about eating disorder, like my response is like, fuck you, like why would you joke about that? But I would assume they did not have like the knowledge of what that actually is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it was in a Degrassi episode, but
yeah, Degrassi High.
Yeah,
based on the year. But yeah, so yeah, they're surprised that Robbie did last this long, and like Robbie asked Charlene why she hasn't told him yet, and she shows him her to-do list, and it was after picking up eyeshadow and getting her nails did. She was going to tell Robbie that his girlfriend was going to eat him.
Is very low on the list.
Yeah,
like again, like morality, like is just not like, they're not worried about dying, these people. But then they are all of a sudden, like it's very
in the war episode where they're really worried about it for some reason.
Yeah.
But Wendy shows up, and Robbie forgot he invited her over. So he's getting like real nervous when she first shows up. But like when he realizes, oh yeah, I did invite her, he's like, Charlene, you need to calm down. You're being hysterical. He gaslights his sister real quick.
But then Wendy comes over, and she's like, DTF.
Yeah, she forgot her books. Wink, wink. They're supposed to study, but she's just, she's fast. She's a promiscuous girl, like Nelly, the rapper.
Yeah. And so Robbie's just like, go away, Charlene, but please don't go far.
Yeah, not too far away.
Because he's hoping that she's listening, I guess.
Yeah, he wants to at least be saved by his carnivorous sister if need be. His sister should know about eaters, because she is known as like the most carnivorous dinosaur in the show.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably why she knows Wendy's MO so well.
Yeah. Somebody probably told her, like, you got competition.
Yeah.
Hold on. Do the dinosaurs eat each other on other episodes?
No.
Yeah, there are implications of that.
Yeah, there are definitely implications. BP Richfield is known for having eaten people. That's the thing that he's like, or dinosaurs, I mean. And Charlene is known for being like a rabid meat eater. Like she because Robbie has an episode where he might be a vegetarian, and Charlene is the far polar opposite of that, where she eats polar bears.
Yeah, it's very weird because like it there's a lot of stuff where they just eat like mammals. It feels like for regular meals,
especially in the implications of the episode about Robbie being vegetarian, where it's like a metaphor for him being gay, and Charlene's bragging about how much meat she eats. I'm like, is this like saying she fucking like puts out? Like, what does this mean? Like, why she?
She's fast.
She's fast. Yeah, worse than that. She eats other dinosaurs.
Yeah, see, that's what I was trying to bring up, Max, is that when they mix their metaphors, because the episode where Robbie thinks he's a vegetarian, it's like there's like vegetarian jokes, and then there's jokes about being gay, and then there's jokes about being like a leftist,
Pothead.
like a communist and a pothead. Like
Yeah.
it's like all over the place.
Yeah.
So this
That's
episode,
what we have Woody for.
yeah, and this episode does a little bit better job of not getting all the metaphors mixed up.
Yeah, this one they stay on track for what they're trying to do, I feel like.
Yeah, except for what you said with that eating disorder line. Like that just
Yeah.
felt like a cheap joke.
I really have to say, I feel like in 1992 that had to be a very new phrase that wasn't
Yeah.
taken seriously yet. Because
That had to be like one writer who was just like, wait, we can say that.
I was watching the Wendy Williams show. No, that wasn't right yet. And they said the word eating disorder.
I didn't take it like that as it being a joke. I thought of it being more like you could interpret the analogy that they were trying to make with that she had an eating disorder. Like if you were too innocent minded to come to the promiscuity conclusion.
Like she couldn't stop herself from eating the dinosaurs. Type
Yeah,
thing,
that-
or-
Yeah.
It's like she's
Yeah.
like a serial killer, basically.
a dino sociopath.
Yeah.
We all really know it was the promiscuous thing.
Yeah, they were saying she fucks.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing. Like that's really like what they wanted to say, but they're trying to make it a little bit. They were like, we can't make this too sexy. We gotta, like,
Don't make the dinosaurs too sexy.
you gotta
Well,
pump the brakes.
I would like to suppose that, they're already so sexy. They're sexy enough. You couldn't add that, it causes a lot of trauma to our community and our nation. I have here down in my notes, actually, a little known fact about dinosaurs is that it actually started the furry movement.
Yeah. It's Scaly's technically.
Yeah, I think either way, I think you could hold the Disney Corporation responsible for that in general, though. So
I'd say okay, Robin Hood. Robin Hood
Yeah.
is the first. I feel like you don't have to be a furry to want to fuck Robin Hood. Wait, hold on. But you have to be crazy not to want to fuck Robin Hood. Because that's the sexiest fox I've ever seen.
It's not even silver.
Or Bagheera. Come on. But he's
Okay.
not anthropomorphic though.
And to any hiring managers, it's 2034 and you're listening back on this. This is all
You gotta-
scripted out. We're
Maxim.
characters playing ourselves.
We
This is
will
our
have
likeness.
we will have a furry president by 2034. We won't have a woman president yet, but a furry president will break the glass ceiling. The glass.
Stay in suit,
Yeah.
It will be Violent J's son.
It will be a gift in our nation, a rift in our nation, where we will have a furry president.
Yeah, but
It'll be great.
Okay, so there's furry dinosaur porn, right?
Yeah. My background. Well,
Like I see yours.
I drew that.
For the listening audience, right now.
Describe it for them.
Well, I don't know the names, man. That's a gray dinosaur and a green dinosaur. Shit, and they just kissing.
That's Earl and Roy.
That was the most Ocala thing you've ever said.
I drew
Yeah.
that and I printed it on a T-shirt that I own.
But hold on, this exists like already, right?
There's some there's definitely a lot of Robbie.
Definitely a lot of
popular.
a lot of deviant art, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I created some. I started writing like a fanfic about Earl and Roy Hess, his coworker, being in love.
Yeah, they're like best friends too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the way the light hits his eyes or his face in the night time.
They
makes him
do
run back to
love
Fran.
they do love each other. Yeah.
But so yeah, Wendy's here to debone Robbie, and like she forgot her books, and they go to the living room, and Robbie starts asking Wendy about her ex-boyfriends. Smart move. Every first date, you gotta start asking about the exes right away.
Yeah.
From Scott Pilgrim, you gotta know.
Yeah, except she only has 4, and
Or evil exes.
yeah, and so she brings it up that it's like she doesn't really want to talk about Josh Meltzer.
Yeah, because he's dead. Like, how fucked up is this? Like, he just shows up to ask about her dead exes.
Yeah, and she's like, and then it goes back to like her weight Like she gained weight
Well,
after.
yeah, but that they definitely brought that in to make it imply like it's a double. Like she's like, I could have gained weight because I was sad eating, or I could have gained weight because I ate him.
Yeah,
It's like the joke there. That makes sense plot wise, at least.
yeah, but it's weird.
That is weird.
It's weird that Dave Meltzer's son just went missing. It's weird.
Yeah, the owner of Melt.
You think he could?
Sandwich shop Melt.
You think he would report about it? I'm making a joke, not for anyone else but myself right now.
You gotta explain it because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Dave Meltzer he reports on wrestling.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck is Dave Meltzer? I was like,
Yeah.
did I really miss this in the episode?
I'm sorry. I'm a professional wrestling referee now, so
All
I
right,
have
Tim.
to be.
This leads us to your performance review. We're gonna do this week. Honestly, you've been showing up sober to work a lot, which I don't like because I don't get to have drinks with you. You've been apparently you're gonna get married, so like I can't get you to do any favors under the table to curry my favor. I think we're gonna have you replaced with somebody younger, more shaven, less white, maybe like a Zendaya, maybe. I don't know.
Is this a diversity hire?
This is a diversity fire. We're getting rid of you.
God damn it.
And we're gonna replace you with Julio.
Okay.
Fair enough, at least.
He is younger than me. This is true.
That's all that matters. You're aging out of dinosaurs. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, so
sorry you had to hear that, Maxim.
right, yeah, we don't like to do that kind of. We don't like to expose our guests to that.
I'm like totally zoned out, guys. I'm just like thinking about furry dino porn.
Max is just thinking about dino porn.
You guys talking business. I'm thinking fucking dinos.
This is why we try to not bring up
dinos.
furries at all in the episodes. We know we'll lose our guests immediately to their imaginations.
Does this come up a lot, by the way?
More than Tim probably wants it to. But so Robbie starts saying that he ought to go home because he's getting hungry and it's late, but he's already at his house. And I know, she's looking at him like he's a snack. She says he looks good enough to eat.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Do these dinosaurs have a lot of sexual predicaments? Is this like a common occurrence?
There's a few though. I mean, one of the first episodes is Earl has to relearn the mating dance.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got to learn how to seduce his wife.
And he does it for the baby for some reason.
Yeah, he seduces the baby instead. So no, there are not a lot of sex predicaments. If our lawyers are listening. And, so she starts trying to smooch up Robbie, and Earl comes in the room and interrupts him, but he's just like, hell yeah, my son's getting some. My son.
He wants to watch.
Yeah, Earl likes to watch. So Earl likes to watch. So Robbie tells Earl to stay because there's nothing more a boy likes than his dad being along for his dates.
Yeah, and
Earl's like, wow.
He's like, I thought I was the only one who liked that.
This goes such a weird fucking direction I was not expecting, by the way.
Great. This is the moment where I realized this episode's great.
I knew when you messaged me and said it was a great episode, I was like, you're definitely at that part.
Yeah. So he starts telling Robbie about his dad came with him to prom,
but his dad and his date disappeared. What the fuck? What the fuck? That is the wildest shit I've seen in any sitcom, especially in the 90s. Like, then my date disappeared. Whatever. Not going to worry about that any longer. Thing is, Earl started dating Fran in high school, so it would have been Fran. I swear to God.
Well, even their relationship comes into question, though. Like later in the episode,
somebody came into something.
Did we pass it or no?
Did we pass it? No, we're not there yet.
Yeah. No, you're right. But yeah, so I assume Earl just talks about the night he was alone on prom and his date was.
And he was helping the chaperone instead. His date and his dad went off somewhere.
So that was my favorite part of the episode.
It's pretty good, honestly. Like, you have to understand, Maxim, that V brought this up in the last episode that like there's so many bad jokes that when there is a good joke, it does stand out like way more. So like last episode we did was not very good, but this episode it's probably just okay, but because we've swam through shit for a few episodes, this is like the fucking pinnacle of comedy to us.
Yeah,
we're prisoners. This is Stockholm syndrome.
I've created my own prison though, so it's okay.
That's true.
What?
Nothing really stood out as funny.
Exactly. That's how I know we're prisoners, because we're just like, this is so good.
That's because we're all wrapped up in our own little world of like lore for this show.
That's true. Yeah,
and
we're gonna pause the episode, then we need you to watch every episode
No.
on dailymotion.com. Maybe some Vimeo, maybe some YouTube.
I'll have you guys on my Doug podcast.
Hell yeah.
I'll kill at that podcast. Can I be Skeet Face?
It's called Good Boys.
Good boy.
It's called Very Expensive. It's called
Eat the Beats.
There has to be good ones. Come on.
Meet the Beats.
Meet the Beats now. Liver and onions. I like that.
Oh god. Pork chop sandwiches.
I will say I like the baby a lot on like dinosaurs. And I'm talking at a high level. We're looking down at the show. What can I extract that I like? I like the fucking baby.
It's the worst character, so that's good.
Yeah, that makes one of you.
That makes one of you. You got one baby Stan.
You don't like the baby?
No, the baby is the worst.
He's annoying.
He's like the comedic relief.
I guess.
You guys want like
that's really sad. I just realized there is no comedic relief.
It's a fucking baby. What do you guys want? Like a C-3PO type character?
Yeah, Spike.
A gay British dinosaur.
Yeah, fuck that. Give me the baby, bro.
Hey, you can have your favorites.
Robbie gets home from school the next day to be lectured by Fran about how he's been avoiding Wendy over rumors he heard. And Earl gets home from work after having another lovely day, all thanks to Robbie fucking Wendy or whatever. Like, until he does blow a gasket once Fran informs Robbie that, or informs Earl that Robbie's been ignoring Wendy.
Yeah, and he's just like, what could you possibly find wrong with her?
Which we've already discussed in this episode. It's she's gonna eat him, and Earl's like, fucking no relationship's perfect. Like my hog of a wife, Fran, leaves the cap off the toothpaste. Please take my wife, as Earl says.
and then Fran's just like, I had a lot of trouble when I started dating your dad. It's like all my friends told me he was lazy and he lacked ambition and
good
be
for nothing piece of shit tree pusher.
A tree pusher all his life.
She's like, why didn't I listen to them? She realizes she has like a little crisis within this scene.
Yeah,
like, oh fuck, he still is all of those things.
So the next episode is the dinosaurs get a divorce.
We've had like 3 of those episodes so far where they've almost divorced.
Yeah, and so
Earl tells Robbie that he has to apologize.
Yeah,
but Robbie thinks he means to Wendy, but Earl's like, no, to the fucking guy's gonna eat me if you don't date his daughter. You gotta go apologize to Richfield.
Yeah, bring him some flowers.
Yeah. Fran tries to argue that Wendy's the one who deserves the apology, but Earl's like, nope, the one I fear. Go to him.
Yeah, go to him and tell him that I didn't send you. That's what he tells him.
So Robbie does show up at Richfield's office in the next scene, and like Richfield either wants to bone down on him or debone him. He has the same vibes that Wendy has. We don't know.
He can't wait to be alone with him.
Exactly. But so Wendy does show up at the Sinclair house looking for Robbie. And when she asks where Robbie is, Charlene's like, what do you got, the munchies?
Yeah,
which is for any future employers listening, Charlene has never inhaled. She was just making a joke.
Only food, only meat products. She
only
loves
food.
Well, she loves food and meat.
Onlyfood.com/Charlene.
Yeah.
If you want to subscribe.
Yeah, so Earl tells Wendy that she's not allowed to eat any of his family, which they have Baby in there, and Baby's like chewing on a piece of bread. I don't know if you.
Fran's the only one who realizes that Wendy is not eating like a cannibal.
Yeah, and she also Fran has like a basket of like limbs. I don't know if you noticed that. Like she's holding a little basket and there's like a hand in it and stuff like that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Of course you noticed that, you fucking veg head.
So yeah, how do they reveal to Wendy about the rumors? How does that come about?
Fran brings it up. Fran's like, I gotta tell you, people are spreading rumors about you. and like I don't believe them because I like trust you or whatever. But
and
they all
I'm sorry, she goes, what? And then the baby says, your reputation.
yeah, the baby starts slut shaming her right away.
It's a powerful line. The conviction, the look in the baby, the voice actor behind the baby. It's good. That was the only part of the episode that stood out. Besides that radar, was that line, like that. Your reputation.
So you're a big Elmo fan because that is the Elmo voice actor.
Yeah, that's Elmo.
Your reputation. I'm not gonna do it. I can't do it.
Are you a fan of tickle down economics?
And then the camera cuts back to Wendy. What? It's the realization, it's just all the rumors and the people being shady towards her, and it's not adding up to her. And her character is realizing it's all clicking together. Oh, I understand why people are treating me this way. Yeah. And it's from that delivery from the baby, that
I think this is evidence that you are somebody who likes to be behind a camera, because the way you look at a scene is definitely the way it was shot. You're like, this is dramatic.
I've seen him work, and he knows what he's doing.
It's the baby, man. It's this show would be terrible without the baby.
Well, that's definitely what the ABC executives
believe. That is what lingers in mainstream culture. People remember the baby more than anything else. That is 100% true. But so she does, because of the baby's comment, she starts to realize that someone out there is destroying her relationships and like doesn't want her growing up. And she's like, who the fuck would do that? Could it be the overbearing daddy? Yeah, it's daddy. Daddy's doing it.
Yeah, dad. They all say daddy, but I was waiting for baby to say not the mama.
That would have been funny. That would have been good writing. That would have been good writing.
That would have been good.
Not the mama?
Yeah, but he didn't say it because only Earl is not the mama.
Yeah, so they all realize Robbie is in danger because Robbie just went to Richfield's office.
Yeah, and so Robbie, he's trying to kind of break it to Richfield that he's gonna break up with her.
Yeah, but Richfield keeps asking him, he's like, what'd you eat for dinner? Did you have fish or red meat? And he's trying to he's like, all right, red meat, Pinot Noir, let's pair this shit up.
Also, why is Robbie eating red meat? I thought he was
he ditched that so quick.
He's a poser.
It is funny to me. It's funny to me because Robbie immediately starts telling Richfield that his daughter's an ass eater. And the thing is that when Richfield mentions for certain that he knows that she didn't eat him, Robbie pieces shit together so much faster than any other character would. Earl, whenever he would be in the scene, it would take 8 lines of dialogue before he got the picture. But Robbie immediately, just from that coy line, Robbie's like, you've been eating these motherfuckers. Robbie's so quick.
Yep. Well, he also can see through Richfield's bullshit all the time. So.
Yeah, that's been a consistent thing where he just doesn't like or trust Richfield.
Yeah. But luckily, Earl and Wendy show up and
save Robbie from being fucking eaten.
Yep. But and Richfield kind of doubles down. He's apologizing.
Well, he's explaining that he just wanted to talk to the first ex-boyfriend, but he got carried away and ate him. He has an eating disorder. And then he had a thing where he was explaining he doesn't want his daughter to have to see them around school. He's worried that it will bring up bad memories, that he has to eat them. But Wendy shows up to explain I have my own autonomy. You don't have to be an overbearing father. I can deal with my own heartbreak, and also I kind of want to fuck this dude. He has a mohawk and a Letterman jacket. He seems pretty cool.
And the Letterman jacket stays on
during sex,
which would work because he doesn't wear pants.
He's like a jockey Donald Duck. No pants, Letterman jacket. Sorry.
So the boss is killing children, right?
Yeah.
These are young dinosaurs. He's killing them, right?
Yeah.
And they catch him in the act. They're like, no, don't kill my son. They stop him. That issue is resolved, right? The him eating children, they're like, bad, don't. And we're okay with that scenario now. And then other scenarios back in the episode, the whole rumors thing, that they kind of say, oh, well, rumors are bad. We learned that rumors are bad, but them touching on promiscuity, that's never kind of resolved. There is no resolution to that. It's kind of like, thank God she's not promiscuous. Her dad
is just a murderer.
The murderer is actually a better scenario.
The thing is, if she was promiscuous, you've seen this dinosaur, fucking flames, hot as fuck. We would all be destroyed. We couldn't handle it. So maybe that's what it is. She's too hot. She's red hot like pizza supper. She's like BMO from Adventure Time. Like you can't deal with that.
Well, I think these Judeo-Christian dinosaurs, they're more okay with murdering children than they are than young dinosaurs getting around.
That sounds like the Bible to me. That sounds pretty fucking. That's
just the way things were in the late 80s, early 90s.
It's true.
And we had the trials and tribulations these dinosaurs went through. You
gotta understand, it was the era of AIDS, and they were very against people fucking because they thought they were gonna die. It's a real thing.
That's very dark.
Right. It's very dark. I'm sorry that I brought up a thing. I've been like, there was a thing I read about media recently where they were specifically the early 90s. They were talking about the response to the era of AIDS, and I'm sorry that leaked into my brain just now for that comment. But no, what?
I'm sure it was a reality for a lot of the people who probably worked on this show.
Are you saying they're gay or British?
Well, was it
welcome back to our new game show, Gay or British? We now have Benedict come on back, and he's going to tell us about.
Well, was it the first? I was going to say, was it the first Jim Henson studio in the UK?
It was pretty gay. I'm glad I'm not straight, but so now Earl says the whole thing about now the two lovebirds are back together, maybe him and Beefy Richfield could rekindle their friendship and their relationship, and based on what's happened between them the past few days. And
he wants Richfield to love him so bad.
I know, and Richfield's like, I just lost my dinner, Sinclair. Don't make me lose my lunch. Earl is so quick to be like, yeah, I know 2 seconds ago you're gonna fucking murder my son with your mouth, but it's totally cool as long as me and you can get along.
Yeah. So after that, we get the two lovebirds walking in the woods again, and Robbie's all
gaslighting her.
Yeah, he's like apologizing, and then again we get Spike, who comes in like C-3PO.
Yeah, just pops in to be like, oh, you know what? I was wrong. All the shit you already know as the audience and the characters is how it is. Richfield ate them, actually, so it's fine.
Yeah, and then he wants a kiss for some reason.
No, he wants to watch. Joseph likes to watch. It's like Spike likes watching. He literally says "bada bing" right when they kiss.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is a reference to Big Bang Theory. Wait,
no,
it's Nanga.
It's a reference. It's a reference to Chris Milani's new series of Law and Order about organized crime.
It's a reference. It's a reference to Andrew Dice Clay.
Hickory Dock.
But yeah. So any final thoughts on that episode? Anybody? Because it was. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was dumb as shit, though.
I thought it was hilarious.
What'd
you gain? Do you feel like a better person now, Maxim?
Oh, so I watched this on Daily Motion, and it was about in 120p. But there was kind of like an autoplay feature. So after the episode was done, it started taking me to music videos from other countries that were not of genres that I liked. It was bad acting, bad camera.
So rapping country. You're one of the people that like everything but rapping country. Is that right?
No, it wasn't even either of those. It was just like Indian, Bollywood, big production music videos. And I thought those were more entertaining than dinosaurs.
That's our next podcast.
Bollywood.
I don't like dinosaurs.
That's okay.
I like Doug.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you guys got the Doug or Hey Arnold podcast, have me on, man. I'll fucking talk your goddamn ear off, motherfucker.
If you can think of a funny clever title for a Doug podcast, I will co-host it with you. You just got to think of it, and Tim will come along too. I'm sure.
Doug
Doug's
podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Ben, that question you just asked me, that's so much weight to that question. It's taking an eternity
That's
to
a lot.
answer.
Yeah. So you have until November 19th, 2022, when Tim will no longer be a viable host because he's going to be busy being married. And then we'll do it.
Congratulations, Tim.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Everybody who listens to this podcast is invited to the wedding. So just show up.
Bring
Show up.
fucking alcohol pills.
Yeah, bring some
Wine.
alcohol pills, but chug some wine.
Yeah,
Let's,
some kind of wine suppository powder. I don't know.
Someone will find a way to get fucked up at my wedding.
I need you two to be funny because I was eating a pretzel and couldn't talk.
They're making you thirsty.
They are.
These pretzels. But yeah.
Do you have anything you want to plug, Maxim? You got like a Twitter or anything you want people to follow, or like? Oh wait, you know what? I think you just had a new album come out pre-order on Knife Punch Records.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it's on the internet.
Was it difficult to play Portuguese guitar when you had to do the all guns Vazios version?
Actually, I did do like a bossa nova song with V for that side of the album, but it never came out.
Aw.
I'm not on the album, but
Yeah, Max isn't
Wait.
on that album.
Is Max not on Some Voids?
Nope.
Really?
no, I'm on the first album. Like
Yes.
I play
The
like
split
organ
with-
and piano.
Yeah,
The split with
Consent.
Consent,
which
yeah.
is Max's band.
Yeah, I was about to say I practiced at your practice space, and then right after Gutless, you did Consent at the practice space.
I don't even remember that.
I think it was at your place. It was
No,
the
that was at Alex's house, wasn't it?
no, the first year. The second year was Alex's, I think.
That's right. Yeah, I remember
The
Max.
first year was Max's place.
we practiced
Yeah.
at your house, Max.
I'm still here.
Yeah, and you
My
did
kennel.
Consent, and then Consent played right after Gutless at the place we played,
Yeah.
the
So-
outdoors place.
Gutless is putting out this cassette that I'm not on, but
I'm not on it either, so
I'm
it's fucked up.
obligated to tell you to go buy it.
Okay, I'll tell you, I know that V has said that Max is a better guitar player than her. She said Max plays with like different tunings, which she can't fuck with, and that was her comment about it. So like, wait till no, we can't mention the other thing. In
Not
the
yet.
future, Max will be involved in some other Gutless shit.
Yeah. I mean, Max has been in the band for longer than the original guitarist.
Longer
as of right
than
now.
V. Actually, it was actually Max's band first.
I was at the first show.
Yeah.
And the original guitar player wasn't even fucking there.
Oh
Nope.
damn!
Nope.
Yeah, so fuck that person. Even no, I'm not gonna say that.
On blast.
No,
Very
the
nice.
you want a
I was
nice
there.
a nice Gutless fact is the original second guitar player for Gutless was Simona from Insignificant Other.
Oh yeah.
In Siggy Otter, that's like all I can say in here.
Insiggy Otter.
That's all I can say.
I'll say it right now. This is maybe a hot take, but Simona is a cool person. So like, check out their music too.
Yeah,
hot take.
we played two of their songs on that at that show. We
Oh, that's
played
cool.
we played like 3 or 4 Gutless songs that you've all heard, and then we played 2.
Definitely, if you're fans of shit like
Significant Other
Gutless, if you're fans of Gutless or BTMI or like anything good, listen to Insignificant Other.
Also,
Fan of
Sim
Scouting Network.
is on Some Voids. They sing backup vocals. So
Yes. Not on Algun Vazios though, right?
no, V had to do all the vocals herself in Portuguese for that release.
Word.
So it's a little bit different. You might be able
It
to
still
tell.
sounds sick as fuck. I love it.
Yeah. But yeah, so the cassette might still be up for pre-order by the
If
time you hear this.
If it's
but-
not, I'll sell my copy for 200. So just
yeah.
at
I will sell
Strife Alert at Twitter.
But
But yeah,
Yes.
thank you for joining us, Maxim. This was a lot of fun.
yeah.
You didn't get the job. I'm sorry. We're not hiring you.
I hope this is like, it's probably pretty awkward. To anyone still listening, all those long pauses you heard, those were planned out and edited in post. And
a lot of it was Maxim doing outfit changes. He just kept getting up and switching clothes. So that was what that was.
Yeah, but
that would be amazing, actually. I wish that was the concept. It's like Maxim's like, oh, we're switching scenes. All right, here's like a polo with 3 buttons. And then
you know what? Here's what I'll say. Closing thoughts is that like, so at the end of the podcast, like the podcast or talking about like Gutless, right? Like we switched talking about the dinosaurs to Gutless. Like Gutless is what I work on. You know, that's my art. But someone fucking made dinosaurs, and that's some weird ass shit to fucking make. Like that could be like the crux, like the fucking your magnum opus is dinosaurs. Like that could be the best thing you ever fucking do with your life. So
yeah,
to anyone listening, you should go out there and make your fucking dinosaurs or whatever weird shit that is, you know, whether it's Gutless to dinosaurs or anything in between.
If you're any version of a deist, you believe that God created dinosaurs, also the best work. That's God's pinnacle was dinosaurs, and he fucked up with humans.
Or even a podcast about dinosaurs. And then I challenge you to go one step further. It could be a podcast about the podcast about dinosaurs. So we're closing out. You're listening to the leading authority on dinosaurs podcast, coming to you from the front page of Google.
That's right.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for joining NPR, which means never podcast. Really?
Yeah.
Shouldn't do it.
Well,
I'm Ira ass. Tim is David Sedair ass. And then Sedair ass. My bad.
I appreciate your comments, Max, despite hating. Not hating, but not liking this show.
Max likes Baby, which is somebody needed to like Baby. We needed somebody to stand for Baby at some point.
That's true. So. We need someone to like Baby, but you're also not the first person to be like, I don't like the show that we've had as a guest. So
I imagine most
guests we've had
like
not like the show. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's usually our guests that are at least like 38 years old or older like the show. Anyone younger than that, nope.
Those older millennials are like they're a little bit weird.
Older millennials, you know? Yeah. They got that. They got like a little bit of Gen X rubbed on them.
Yeah,
they never grew out of new metal. Have you noticed this? Like people like 38.
Okay,
they're still really into it, and it's like they never found anything else.
That's Tim.
Well, I'm 34.
He's 34, but he's still really into new metal.
No, you know how to use a computer and shit. You're good, Tim.
Barely.
Millennials don't
fucking barely.
Yeah,
I have to help Tim way too much with computers.
Yeah, I'm not very good with computers, man. You're giving me a little bit more credit.
Too much credit. But yeah, we'll see y'all next week where we discuss season 3, episode 8, License the Parent, written by Andy Goodman, directed by Bruce Wilson. And we'll also see you November 19th for Tim's wedding, where I officiate Maxim takes the photos. Everyone's invited. If you can make it there, we will let you in. If you show up outside the venue and say, I listen to See Clarity, how would we not let you in? That'd be insane if we didn't let you in.
I'll shoot you.
Yeah, Maxim's gonna shoot Tim from
with a camera.
If you show up, I will shoot you.
If you show up with beer, I will have you shot.
Maxim will do like a whole Home Alone shooting at the army figures with a BB gun if you show up. So be ready. But yeah, thank you for joining us again, everyone, and we will see you next week. Also, happy Juneteenth. We have in our description every episode resources to support Black Lives Matter, resources for fighting anti-Asian hate in America, and resources for housing in Louisiana, because that's where I live and that's what I deal with, and I volunteer for them.
Yeah.
So.
And also, thank you to Jeremy Hunter.
Good point. Forgot this part.
Yeah, thanks to Jeremy for recording our theme song.
Thanks to Amy Shenanigans for drawing pictures of me and Tim.
Yeah,
you can check Jeremy out on Instagram at Scott2 Network. You can check out We Are the Union's new album. You can check out Amy Shenanigans on Instagram at Amy Shenanigans. And is that everyone?
There's some guy named Zach. I don't know who he is. He's in the
Sounds
notes here.
fake. Sounds fake. Just gotta say.
Yeah, he has two.
Zach.
He has two first names, Zachary George.
Zach.
It's-
Oh shit, that's like Benjamin Bradley. That's gay as fuck.
It's
But-
fake.
Check out Zach's podcast, Same Copycats with Chris and Zach. It's very good.
Yeah, and his band Watterson and the cool song that he recorded. That's a cover of Ben's song. I don't know when that's coming out.
That'll be out soon. But
yeah,
that's on Brianna's compilation. But yeah, and then also check out the Gutless pre-order on Knife Punch Records.
if it's still up, if you missed it, you missed it. So.
If you miss it, I'll send you it for free, along
But-
with a Steak and Shake rap CD.
Oh man, Max has now. You have to.
I
it, Max.
do need the CD. I am very into it.
It's really good.
All right. Well, thanks to our sponsor, Steak and Shake, and everybody have a good weekend and have a nice extinction. That's Ben's line. That's totally
Yeah,
Ben's
yeah.
line.
Enjoy your extinction.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well,
See ya. Bye, Matt.
Goodbye.